Alright, here we are with Stars Without Number, revised, Crew Expendable, Season 1, Episode 2. We're in October 2019, and...
I'm Peter the GM, and to my left will explain why.
Mark playing Notma, the psychic.
Devin playing Mother, the expert.
Tyler playing Jaden Soon, an expert.
Kevin playing Longinus, the arcane warrior.
So gang, what happened last session?
Oh, we got our ship.
We did money stuff.
Yep. We did some trading. We got a job to take some paper clips to Purgatorio. Along the way, we...
Oh yeah, you killed a guy.
What?
We blew up a
The
ship.
game things happen too.
We got into a space fight. That's what happened.
You committed murder. You shredded your soul a bit there, Voldemort.
Technically, it was mostly me.
You plural.
Who fired the guns?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who destroyed them?
Yeah, we first met with what was obviously an ambush fuel drop, which we evaded skillfully. And then we were actually ambushed in an asteroid field, and we shredded them.
Oh, you know, like, PRS Mew Mew? Oh,
What?
the first ship you encountered was in your refueling ship, PRS Mew Mew. And then, the little letters, whatever.
I don't remember this at all.
Because
this
then it
was
was,
the thing.
this is a trap. Let's not go there.
Yeah,
And then there was a trap.
Nice.
so many traps. And then, yeah, after we nuked the pirates, we flew to Purgatorio, and now there's some kind of holdup at customs.
Yep.
And we're trading in cats and kidneys, right? No, that wasn't it. It was paper clips and...
Right now we have
Typewriters?
paper clips and tea kettles.
That's right.
Yes, we're on a low-tech planet trading your cybernetics for kettles.
That's we loaded the hull with them. We are, if I remember correctly, we have like
150 tons.
not a small amount.
Well, hopefully
We also have 2 tons of spare parts.
Yeah, that you can lose it. Well, hopefully you don't end up like, casually to middle million by then. Hey, I got this cotton. Maybe I should stuff it in like chocolate. People will eat cotton, right?
What?
In Casualty 2, there's a guy that's like a trader. He trades a lot, and eventually he ends up with a shit ton of cotton that he cannot offload. So he tries figuring out ways does he offload cotton. And one of them, okay, I put them in chocolate bars and feed them to people, and so on and so on. They'll eat the chocolate covered cotton, right? No, people don't eat cotton. They'll have to for the good of the company.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Haven't you ever heard of cotton candy?
Oh my god.
Okay. So you're Purgatorio. This is the cyber communist planet, TL3. So you've landed at the docking district 1, the docking bay close behind you, and you notice that there's a lot less commotion than you're used to in docking bays.
Less or more?
Less. A lot less. Normally, docking bays are busy, loading, unloading, people that want to just trade and get the fuck out. Like Tyler over here.
Yeah.
So, today's adventure I've created with 16 stars. It's a bit complicated, but it's interesting, so we'll see how much it survives encounter with you guys.
Do we have any kind of like external viewpoint? Or we're still in the ship on the planet, we just haven't left yet, right?
Yes.
Do we have any kind of external views or anything like that?
Of course we do.
I mean, the ship has to view things somehow, otherwise how would we be shooting in space? So, yes, you've got external views. What do you do, Notma?
Well, I'll just click on that and see what's going on inside the ship.
Oh, you see, there's a small crew of these, we call them, longshoremen, going there, preparing to possibly unload your ship, and it seems to be like a couple other spaceships just landed there. Some people are like sitting about doing not much. So it seems that the only activity is around your ship right now.
I'll saunter out to meet them.
Okay. So, you're approached by some more rounder, older guy, does a bit of a mustache and what have you. Looks like the boss of this crew around here. You're the captain?
Yes, I am. And who might you be?
I'm Yuran Goyen, the longshore boss here. Longshoreman boss. So, how much cargo do you have here? What sort of manifest?
I'll hand you my documentation.
Okay, he like goes over that. Oh, that's
How do
all.
you spell his name?
I'll post that in the chat. There you go. Vietno-Russian. That's the language I speak over here. Speak of which. Where does it go? Right now, Captain Rice.
And I have administrate, so my paperwork is exceptional.
Oh yeah, you just go to the. I don't know. That's a lot of cargo. So, the docking fee will be 1,000 script. Yes?
That
A bit too loud? Okay.
To Peaky.
out of character, that seemed really high, right?
I mean, you're also refueling, so that's half the cost. So like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's not much, but the keyword here is script.
Why is that the keyword?
Because we don't have
Because your
script.
guys normally use credits.
Well, until we can liquidate some of this cargo, we only trade in credits.
Well, I think that might be a problem because the credit exchange currently is down, has been for a while, so you might not be able to, do any trading for.
Is that why everything's so slow around here?
Pretty much. Everyone, has to pay their dues and nobody can, so we're currently stuck.
Well, I'm sure if I could just make it to market, I'd be able to liquidate some of these assets fairly quickly.
No, we need to follow the protocol, unfortunately, everything needs to be...
Oh no, I'm a big fan of protocol, but there's protocol and then there's protocol.
What would you have in mind?
Well, it seems what I need in this present circumstance is a local business partner, someone who might be able to make contacts on my behalf, someone who would have access to the relevant markets, and then I would negotiate through them and they would take a cut. Because, I mean, our ship is locked down here, but there's people here who have the capacity to come and go freely as they please.
Capitalist. You find that not everyone around here thinks that way. But, I like you. We have a small problem here that we might use some outsiders for, if you know what I mean.
What sort of problem?
Well, a friend of mine has an item that's currently held up in customs, and, I can't be seen, doing such illicit activities as, smuggling things to customs, but you guys seem to be, outsiders that, probably know their way around, like all the far traders.
I know how to get things from one place to another.
Perfect. If you, that for me, I'll waiver the fee.
All right. Call me the details.
Okay. He forwards you a file that, a little map of like, oh, where to go, and he said that he'll make sure that the doors unlocked, and there's a small parcel that you need to take from the holding thing and deliver it to one of the ships.
Okay. I'll go back on board.
How did it fare, Captain?
It seems there's a bit of a currency problem. As in, we don't have the right sort.
Oh, they use fiat currency here?
So it would seem.
How wonderfully mundane.
It seems we might have a bit of a job that's uniquely suited to your particular skill set.
What do we need to do?
We need something to disappear from one location and reappear in another.
Long as it's under 100, it's under roughly about 150 pounds.
Well, they said it was a parcel, so I assume
Oh, yeah.
so.
That's good. I'm rated for up to around 100 meters.
Okay. Well, I've got the information on my data sheet. Why don't we go and check it out?
Sounds good.
We might need to do this a little covertly.
Of course. Don't want to annoy the local authorities, especially in a system that's not exactly too respectful of captains.
Meanwhile, what are the other two people doing?
Oh, stepping under refrigeration, I guess.
Hello there, crewman.
Huh. How long was I out?
How long were you out?
Probably a really long time.
We're going to move this ship.
Okay, when you say really long time, you gotta help me out here.
Oh, that's
You gotta
good.
reach
How
across
long
the
has this been? How in
A
game?
month.
How long has this been? A month?
Yeah, we
It's
were like at the end of January.
26th
We got it
of
January
January.
1st.
Yeah, but in game, how long has it been? Like
It's been a month.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, yeah, yeah. It's been a month then that he's been frozen. I assume he just kind of
Takes breaks.
takes breaks.
He's on vacation.
Yeah, basically.
Well, let me just check you over to make sure you don't have any cryo burn. Then I stab you. And a booster. We've picked up new microorganisms in the vessel since traveling to new worlds. You don't want to miss your booster shot.
No, good.
So, describe your character to the listeners.
Okay, he is an albino, four-armed cat alien that kind of resembles a leopard. 4 arms, 4 eyes, obscenely muscular, kind of terrifying looking. Carries himself with a kind of air of disdain for everything around him. Except robots. Robots are fine. They're not organic. Yeah, there's not much to him other than that. He just looks like a really strange alien. Really long tail, like twice as long as...
Any gear you're having that's distinct or anything?
Actually, no. He has a sword with him. Sword.
It's probably stored in a little item bunker under the cryopod.
Yeah, basically.
Little shelf.
Yeah. He does not wear armor, though. He's got kind of a dermal plating on his body that serves as armor, so no need for actual physical equipment.
We are currently docked on a more civilized world. The captain's having problems processing a non-capitalism-based fiat economic system.
Huh. So we're trading like rice and beans.
I think at this point we got rid of the military hardware, right?
Kettles, actually.
Tea kettles and paper clips.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Figures. Let's go feed these starving waifs.
Very good.
Okay then. So, I guess you, Jaden, right?
Yeah, Jaden.
Jaden and Notma, I guess you scope out the place?
Yeah.
Yeah, we check it out.
Yeah, so you see it's, allegedly a large docking bay. There are a couple ships docked here. Yeah. And, yeah, you expect the town will be a bit more lively, there's just large gates currently closed between, this and probably the rest of the facilities. A lot of, the good old propaganda posters, let's work together, for the good of everyone, blah, blah, all this. nice communist stuff just pasted all over the walls. Well, yeah, you move forward, you figure out where that place is, and yeah, it's like assuming corridor, like metal doors on the end, authorized, personal only, but beyond this point, it's like metal and so on. You can like see through it, but
Oh, we can see through it, can't we?
can't.
Okay.
It's metal doors.
I gotta say, I don't have a great feeling about this.
No, neither do I. I can only teleport to something I've either been before or seen with my own eyes.
Okay, then why don't we go to the place that we're going first?
Yeah, that's probably wise.
And I take it you two can mind the ship. There's a lot of bored people around. They can get restless.
Your shoulder blade. You just got stabbed by a needle.
Don't worry, these people all look really skinny and hungry. I'm sure we can take them.
So we're gonna go check out the drop-off point.
Okay, the drop-off point is a ship called Black Swan, and you're delivering it to a person called Ole Bui. There's the thing we said.
We should get some of these posters while we're here. I'll bet you can find someone on will pay money for them.
I bet propaganda stuff is one of the things you can get here. This realism art. Culture, 5,000 credits per tome.
We'll head over to the Black Swan.
Yeah. So it's parked a couple stalls down from you guys. Looks like a quite nice ship, similar class to yours. It's also a far trader. It looks like maybe a bit more sleek, more elongated, and nice black and what have you. Looks like the blackbirds around these days. And yeah, there's some guy just sitting on the entranceway, just
Oleg?
keep door. Who are you?
My name is Jaden. I've been charged with delivering some sensitive materials to you.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, this guy. He looks like a tourist. He's got all the things you could see like in the gift stores, whatever. He looks like he just took in all this culture and have you. So,
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. What sort of material are you?
Are
I don't think we've met.
No, I was introduced to you by Eurowin.
Huh. Doesn't ring a bell.
No, you're not expecting a package?
I mean, yeah.
You don't have anything held up in customs?
I mean, yeah, I do have things set up in customs. Why, you're from customs?
I work with customs.
Oh. You don't look like you work with customs.
I don't work for customs. I work with customs. I'm a trader.
You don't make any sense. Okay.
I'm just picturing him gesturing constantly at like a million cameras around. Being like, idiots.
Anyways, we were hoping we could just take a little gander inside your ship. We have a fairly discreet method of transportation, and it requires some reconnaissance.
Okay. I mean, I don't have anything better to do. Sure. Let's take a tour on my ship. You're not with the police, are you?
Do I look like I'm with the police?
I mean, you know of secret police, right?
If I was the secret police, would I tell you?
Yet. Do you have any, I'll make it a little more clear. Do you have any observation decks on this for direct viewing?
I mean, the front, the pilots,
That's
what do we
great.
call it?
That should work. We'll see what's within 100 meters of it.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes you, shows you around. Like, this ship looks like quite advanced. It looks like it's a pretext, so it's kind of all but like sleek looking for some reason.
Why do I feel like we're going to be planting a bomb on this ship?
Well, we're smuggling off the ship, right?
No, we're taking something from customs to the ship.
Well, funny enough, if it's like you're talking about like large payload explosives, all spike drives count as nuke snuffers and whatever, so you can't just like explode that much. You do like TNT or whatever, but that might not be enough of a payload to do it.
The cargo is people.
Well, there are some like higher order.
All right. Well, you get a good gander around.
Yeah, I'll take a quick look around. I've got. What can I see from the?
From the front, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, is the docking bay that you mostly see.
So is the ship within 100 meters of the exit to the facility, or 100 meters of the gangplank off through customs?
Well, it's not within 100 meters of the customs, but you can always like roll to find some intermediate point or whatever if you want.
Okay.
Roll me something, see how well you do.
Okay. I'll give it a what do you want to call this? Notice check.
Notice or some sneaky stuff. What do you have?
I've got sneak. I have 360-degree perfect vision. Because I thought that was good for a
Well, you're
teleport.
currently like sticking it out, so not like you need to see everything that's going on. It's more like your general skills.
Oh, I've got sneak and fix.
And roll me sneak or whatever's highest of yours.
They're all going to be zeros because the rest of my skills are telekinetic or magic stuff. I got a 6.
6.
So my wisdom is +0, if that's what we're adding it to it.
So let's say that you can have some intermediate point, but it's a bit exposed, so it's like not necessarily ideal for you, but you could make it work if you put some effort into it.
Sure.
I don't mind doing a double jump if I have to. Because as long as if it's any place I've been before, within 100 meters of that point, I should be able to teleport back to it.
Yep.
I keep wanting to call you Longinus, and I know that it's wrong. So what is
How do you
the correct
pronounce it?
Longinus. Okay. Let's go see if Longinus can help us out a bit.
Sure.
Okay, so
Man, I haven't met him yet. I understand he is. I'm sure though he'll be a really helpful addition to the crew and should be great. Very eager to.
He's a charmer.
Yeah.
I think we're in the med bay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we could put your physique to use.
He's currently doing curls with all 4 of his arms. Well, he's getting checked over, I assume, for
Yeah,
signs of...
just a physical.
Yeah.
Standard Far Trader contract. Physical required.
That's what I'm here for.
Do you think you could put on some kind of dazzling display of strength, rouse up a crowd, get people's attention? I mean, like we pointed out, these people are all bored. They should be up for some parlor tricks.
Dance, monkey, dance, huh? Fair enough. Alright. Let's go where you want me to go. Just point me in the right direction.
And we're back.
So, Mark, you were checking out how many cameras are around?
Yeah.
Well, it's a docking bay, well, busy docking bay, so there are cameras around. They're like big, high above ones that seem to be doing everything because you don't want people stealing, smuggling, and what have you. So there are cameras around. Good deal of them, but not more than there should be. This isn't like Big Brother's watching everywhere. But they do have an AI on this planet, so you never know. So, what's the plan, guys?
We're going to create a distraction.
Go on. What do you do?
We're going to masquerade as performers, and he's going to put on dazzling feats of strength while I act like a carnival barker.
Okay. So, seems like one of you is aiding, one of you is rolling. Who's doing what?
I have performance 0.
Okay. Tyler, how are you aiding?
Well, I'm talking.
He's barkering.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Come see the
I'm
amazing alien.
Rousing up the crowd. getting everyone all hyped up. You know, I'll start it off like pretty slowly. I'll just sort of like introduce myself to the people who are milling around. You know, gripe about how we're all stuck here with customs, and then be like, "Oh, hey, we got this like crazy, freaky, strong guy. You want to see some real action? You know, get a little diversion while we're."
Okay. Roll your skill. Difficult.
You're literally using his character as a sideshow attraction.
I got 8.
8. 3d6. So what did you roll?
I got 7 plus 1.
You got a focus for talking?
Yes, I do.
Ah, great. No, you're gathering a small crowd, and like, seems that a lot of the pilots that are also stranded here came about with some of their crew. So you have a nice crew.
So I successfully aid.
Yeah. Get your +1, Kevin.
Yes, look at me. Remember my people. We almost wiped you out with a man. And now I'm here performing tricks for you. Isn't life wonderful? Isn't life ironic? And he's flexing and lifting things up. And kind of looking like he wants to kill everyone here in this room immediately.
He's probably getting some the eye of the guards of the customs, which is exactly perfect.
Yeah. There are some, like all the longshoremen are just enjoying this because they don't have any work to do at the moment. Don't have you? And
So I just roll 1 die.
2d6
2d6.
plus your modifier plus your skill. 0 is a 0. If you don't have it, it's a -1.
So 9.
Okay. No,
And you get a +1 from me.
Oh, so 10.
super, quite good show, and everyone's watching, cheering on. Someone's like playing some music maybe along with, and begin to a nice show.
Yes, dance, puppets, dance.
While this is going on, I'll of course grab the item and I will double blink to.
So you just open the door, go in, rummage around a little bit, you find a small, white package containing the customs and blink away.
Mhm.
Do you need to commit some effort for that?
Yes, I do. So it's one per teleport basically.
Okay then. So you blink twice and you're on the ship. Well, now.
And he's kind of glancing over. It's like, hey, is it done? Can I be gone?
We'll find out when he comes out.
Yes, keep looking at me for now.
Wait, I thought the guy didn't say we're going to the ship.
Well, you want to do teleport from the customs to the midpoint, from the midpoint to his ship.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, his ship. Yeah. Okay. Right, so it says. Oh, was I supposed to do something?
Come out so that we know we can stop.
You're like, oh, thanks for giving me that. Do I owe you anything? How does this work?
Well, just let us do our thing. We gotta either cover for us until we can get you back your script.
Okay.
Besides, maybe next time you come this way, we'll stop here. We're able to do favors for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, we're capitalists. We're not heartless capitalists. We're trying to work with you guys.
He's also a long trader. He's not necessarily from here.
Oh, okay.
We don't owe him shit then. He knows what he was in for.
So you come out?
Yeah.
Well, that was a rousing display of athleticism.
Yes, the show is over. I'd ask you to throw money, but I know you're all shit poor.
So I guess we will go back to Yura.
Okay. Oh, I mean, he's in the crowd enjoying himself, so I guess you just grab him over.
Okay. All right, it's done.
Oh, that was quick.
Well, we work fast.
I knew you guys could do it. Okay, well, I guess let's start, dealing with you guys. So he starts organizing the crew and they start unloading your cargo and what have you. So, you guys regroup or something? What do you do?
Yeah, we'll hang out. I mean, I'll oversee them
Yep.
unloading cargo.
Okay.
So I take it you don't want to put your show on the road for this one, And there's not really, I can't really see much enjoying too much of the culture, sights, and sounds for this board.
I would burn and salt this entire planet if I could.
Okay, so as your cargo is slowly getting unloaded, some burly looking officials come on over and go over to you. Do you know this person? They have like the clear picture of Notma going in to the customs. You have like two big guys with guns and what have you.
Is there some kind of trouble?
Yes, I think your friend has been, breaking customs, breaking the law.
That's a misunderstanding. My friend has been here this entire time.
We'd like to speak with him if we could.
Okay, so while this is going on, I assume I'm inside the ship?
I don't know where you are.
I'll approach while you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
That would be excellent. Unfortunately, due to our recent travels, you need to be screened for immunization first to make sure you don't catch any pathogen that might be stored on board. Please step forward and present an arm for sampling. One of my arms comes out with a little needle on it.
Alright, so while this is going on, I'm assuming someone's going to relay this information to me?
I hope so.
I don't know, do you guys have comms?
We
Second,
have
officer,
comms.
let me...
I mean, I have a phone in my head, but I'm hoping someone...
I have a phone, so if you want to phone me, because...
I'll text you, hey, how are you?
pretty good.
There are two big boys out here and the emoji is handcuffs, a skeleton, and an emoji of a child with a black eye.
Why is there an emoji of that?
Very specific.
Okay, it's like, I'll click back, it's like, alright, so, basically I put back a, okay, I'll just, give me one. So I just walk over to the smuggler hold.
Yep.
And I set it to atmosphere off. I assume you can do that in a smuggler hold.
Yes, probably.
And walk inside.
Okay, did you send me a response?
It says it says yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, and I'll turn off all my electronics, obviously. And
You get a response from me that says, all right, lol, and then in brackets, lots of love.
It's like basically,
And I'll screen these guys to buy them some time.
yeah.
Okay, so sure. You buy him some time, but there's still a clear response.
Just, you get a message.
Are you choking there?
Message from anonymous basically says, "Yeah, I'm in the place. Maybe I died."
Okay. What sort of trouble are we talking about here?
I mean, smuggling possibly illicit substances, breaking into, restricted areas, some kind of that can possibly land a couple months in jail.
Or some sort of fine?
Couple months in jail.
And also, if they find out I'm a teleporter, it's almost certainly lethal. It's almost certainly lethal.
I mean, they have to take extra precautions.
This is a ghoul. Yeah. So in other words, I'll be onto the goo into like, okay, well, you're not high enough rated teleport, so you get to go to the gulag, which is 100 kilometers away from the.
This planet is specifically cyber-communism, but it's like working communism. It's not like Soviet Russia. It's like, hey, we have a central planet community that's our one through AI, and we have the Precog Council that need to make sure that everything is working, and so on and
It's
so
a
on.
socialist paradise, not a poorly disguised dictatorship.
Yeah. But definitely they'd send you somewhere safe.
But right now I'm in the.
In the smuggler's hall, sure.
Yeah.
You're in the smuggling hall.
With the air off. No life support.
Jackie.
Have you seen Melmaid lately?
Who? What? I don't know anyone here. What are you talking about? Why are you asking me?
Who are you? They look like the same species as you.
Well, I mean, you're welcome to take a walk through the ship, see if you can spot him. But I think he disembarked a while ago.
Well, last time we saw, he was, with you.
Yeah, he was. He was a passenger on our vessel. We transport people from time to time.
He was looking for medical care due to the severe amounts of syphilis he was infected with.
But this was his port of call, so he disembarked, and I haven't seen him since. I assume with all of this holdup, he's still around here somewhere.
Okay then. So, I guess you want to give him the excuse to go into your ship and rummage through it all?
There's nothing you guys are carrying that's illegal.
Yeah, everything we have is mostly legal.
Except the only thing they can find is me, and as soon as you start knocking on there, I'm going to teleport out. So,
Yeah, just do a shuffle. Just teleport to different rooms while they're trying to find you.
What if you our logs, like our crew logs or anything like that? Can we alter it so it looks like we brought someone here?
Do you mean the set of logs that we keep internally for bookkeeping, or the cooked books we program into the ship for when this happens?
Smart. Yeah. Yeah, the latter.
Like that syphilis cover is something I invented when he became a crew member. Don't check your medical logs on this ship. I only have access to your logs inside my own head.
and of course, the best part is, according to my character's background, he comes from Spacelandia, which is basically like the spatial equivalent of Sealand, which is basically like saying I'm using a fake ID.
Horror planet. Got it.
Do you know my character's last name?
What's that?
My character's full name is not my real name.
Sounds about right.
I mean, I assume you have some kind of warrant?
I mean,
Roll to see if he laughs.
you're coming to this thing and you're possibly harboring a criminal. That's enough of a war / probable cause thing, and
Sure. No, let's take a walk.
Okay, they call up a couple more people that are actually good at searching, and they start rummaging through your ship. Now let's see how those smugglers' hold work. We'll do.
Oh boy.
If someone finds magazines in my room, they're not mine. I'm holding onto them for a friend.
I just make tutting sounds from my robot head. Now, there's no shame in a sexually mature young man.
Carefully investigation by suspicious officer can find difficult 10 check with notice.
Oh, we might be in trouble if they do a background check on me. I'm actually a worker.
You're a bot. Who cares?
Let's hope they don't do that.
I come from a race of war criminals.
Oh, hey, yeah, we're fine. No one cares about that.
That's super war crimey.
Yeah, but you lost, so that usually tends to be a...
Galaxy-wide genocide.
I mean, we like people from Germany.
Oh my god.
People somehow put up with white people.
Okay. So as they start, rummaging through your ship and everything, you don't seem to be able to locate that smuggler's hold. Now, Demon, roll me something programmed to cover up your logs, I suppose, for...
Yeah, let's see how well I did at cooking the books.
Because it took program. That would be useful for you.
I did. Had I taken another thing, I would be rolling 3d6 to keep the highest. But I didn't. Program plus int, 2d6 plus 2.
Good.
6, 8.
8. Enough, let's see.
No inconsistencies. That can't be explained away.
Well, they matched you for that thing.
So they might find inconsistencies.
Yeah.
Can I try and aid him?
Do you know anything about computers and whatever? Oh, I guess you
Okay,
got administrator.
Yeah, I do.
Ah! Ha
He's an accountant. He better be good at records and bookkeeping.
Cooking the books.
I got an 11.
Hey, Lamau.
Yeah.
I keep rolling poorly. I gotta find these D6s. These people train me.
I just imagine it's like, oh, there's a hidden log in here. Let's see what this actually says. We must synergize our core competencies to increase workflow.
You can't look at that. That's our 15-step business plan. It's proprietary.
It's actually admin for it. We sold 300 orphan hearts in this particular port.
Yeah, it's not illegal. It's only illegal if they have loving parents.
Well, they can't have loving parents if they're orphans.
Exactly.
So it's not illegal to sell orphan hearts.
Ah,
Whoa!
I mean, if they had loving parents, they wouldn't die on these.
If they had loving parents, they would have put a protective shell around them when they were murdered so that your claws would have ricocheted off their forehead and protected them.
What Devin said.
Because remember, only certain parents in Harry Potter loved their children.
Okay. So, yeah. With your combined efforts, you have, cooked the books and they, I guess, make your mind that, you should be keeping better logs of things because it seems to be quite a Byzantine mess in here.
Yeah, we really need to hire an accountant.
You must forgive us. We're using outdated software. Far trading as it is.
Yeah. A little bit of discussion that, they haven't found it, but, one of them comes back saying, well, we haven't found him here, but he just showed it further, a bit further in the recording. Oh, he seems to be a teleporter, which means he might be anywhere. So we're going to put your ship in containment for a few weeks, see how whether he turns up. Yes.
I mean, this was his destination. He was coming here specifically to do crimes. So, if you're quarantining us, it means you're wasting time. They could be on your planet crime.
They did say that he'd already left the ship. But...
I mean, what's a few weeks for us? We just stay crowded.
Oh yeah.
But the bills keep stacking
rack up
up.
debt.
Oh yeah, your bills.
I mean, your bill.
I mean,
Exactly. Kevin caught on to what I was putting down.
It's like, oh, Nama? Yeah, he's this guy. He's sitting over in that little room over there. He's got shiny boots.
That seems a little excessive.
Sacrifices
we've
will
cooperated fully. You can clearly see he's not on the ship. Why would he come back here? Especially if it's under armed guard. I mean, it seems like the last thing he'd do. He'd be hightailing out of here.
Well, we do have recordings of you and the person checking out, walking around together and what have you. It doesn't seem like a person that's, is just, that this is their destination.
This guy's really putting screws to us.
He's very personable. He talks with all our passengers.
I'm
now.
sorry, guys, but,
No, it's good. Any of my MPs would have folded by now. I guess.
I'll explain the scenario later.
No, it's
about
fine.
why
No,
things
it's
are going.
100% fair, and it's fine. There is no critique.
Well, it seems like you have perishables in your cargo, so... Well, hope you enjoy your stay.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be very pleasant.
So, they leave.
Okay,
You guys do.
go knock on the door.
Oh, hey Nicole, you're gonna have to restart this bag. I put a bunch of E10s in the
Okay,
bag.
so yeah, I'll send back a turn. I'll knock back. Or obviously you can open it up. So you're the only person who knows how to open it. So
Yeah.
you might as well
I'm gonna
back
make
then.
sure no bugs were left behind before we do that.
Do your roll!
Can I run a sweep on on our computer systems?
Sure.
Thank God, because it's programmed and not.
No, this.
6, 7, 8.
Sure. I guess you find some, extra bugs or whatever, and
Quarantine and. Should we be deleting these bugs or should we be feeding them false data?
False data.
I will pull up pre-made files of everything being okay on the ship and pipe that into the software from a virtualized
So they would
server.
just come
I
over and
think
say,
that sounds like hacking. That's a whole system.
Oh, don't make me go through the subsystem. Look, I have many servers in my room. One of them contains virtualizations for this scenario. I'm just going to pipe it in. Can we do the subsystem later?
Sure thing. It's
I
not
will
important.
die. I shit my pants.
You start feeding them data. This is like a bit of a low-tech world compared to what you're used to, so it's like a bit primitive.
so how'd that go?
About as well as can be expected, but our stay is going to be extended.
fucked us.
Are you talking to me?
I mean, I'm talking to all of us. Using the royal you.
So
Now, we must all get along.
just looking at what happened there and how quick that went down, I am almost certain that that has got to be
Set up.
the whole thing. Yeah. I'm waiting for them to. I figure they're probably going to sweat us and then say they've got something for us to do.
Should we not engage in commerce while here?
I mean, I hate to point out that my files don't actually say I'm a teleport.
Yeah, but they saw you do it on camera.
Because you
What do
went
you
into the search facility that was like filled with cameras, and then blinked out. Like, that looks like a teleporter, or someone that goes invisible. Either way, suspicious.
Yeah, we might as well unload the cargo. Well, I mean, it's unloaded already. We try and sell it at port.
You're on the quarantine. You guys aren't going anywhere.
Uh-oh.
We should talk to other rough worlders, see if they try anything similar with them. If this was a setup,
That's a
probably
good
wouldn't be the
idea.
only ones.
All right, I'll go to another captain. Someone who's just kind of sitting around.
Okay. Oh, you're the guy that did the performance. That was nice.
Can we change it from the murder music?
That was the police music, then, right?
Right? I've used this track for many games.
Can I recommend the theme to Papers, please? It seems appropriate.
We're just wondering how your experience has been here at Customs. If you've maybe gotten a bit of a shakedown.
Oh, it's mostly like they've locked us down about 2 weeks ago or something like that. The whole credit exchange went down, and nobody could pay customs, nobody could enter or leave and what have you. So we've just been stuck waiting here.
So you've just been waiting on the script problem.
Yeah.
No one's really piled anything additional on you.
I mean, what do they pile on? All our paperwork's over there, so.
Well, we're being set up.
Oh. How?
Oh,
What did you do?
We didn't do anything. But they're claiming some crazy fabricated story about a criminal or...
Fake news.
Yeah. I don't know. It all sounded a little ludicrous to me. I barely followed it. But yeah, they've put us on additional lockdown even though the script problem is solved.
Oh. So, what, you managed to get script?
Yeah, well, it would have been pretty unprepared coming to a planet without having the local currency, wouldn't I?
I have never done anything wrong in my life, ever.
Lisa.
Because normally they're using credits, they don't really use script like I haven't seen any. I mean, they're communists, they share everything,
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I was just wondering if you'd had any problems with the guards. Or if it was an isolated incident.
Oh, you mentioned, I think that guy in the black ship was searched a couple times, so maybe he'd know something. Something about the black bear and the black swan.
So what's your manifest?
Let's see, what is this? Well, I bought some of their socialist art here. I got a couple tons of books. I might be selling some more backwater world that doesn't have such pretty things. I think I'm gonna make a killing on this. And the Russians, they're good at selling foods and grains.
What's
How
it
about
worth to
yourself?
you? What's it worth?
What are you saying? You want to sell kettles to him for this stuff?
So I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, they were looking why would I buy kettles? That doesn't sound like it would sell that much. Where do you want
Are
to
you
sell?
kidding? Have you seen these kettles? These are handmade. 150 tons of handmade kettles.
That sounds like a lot of kettles.
So
I mean,
we
if
smuggled-
you don't buy these kettles, you'll be in hot water.
So you smuggled something to the Black Swan or from the Black Swan?
To the Black Swan.
Okay.
He took it from customs into Black Swan.
Longinus, I believe I have a solution to our current predicament.
Do tell.
Could you kidnap the captain of the Black Swan for me and bring him to my medical bay?
Oh yes, yes.
Thank you.
You got anything I can just, He makes a chloroforming gesture with. They scream. They scream so much.
Couldn't you use your many hands to put pressure on his carotid artery until he loses oxygen to his brain, forcing him to pass out?
He kind of inhales and puts steeples all his fingers. I can put up so much pressure on his throat. You will see how much pressure I can place on his
Do I even have knockout drugs?
Check through all of your drug list.
Oh man, I don't have
You
any
probably have like
prescriptions.
squeal, which is like for interrogation.
No, I don't. I have a better way to interrogate him than that. I'm not gonna torture him. I'm not a psychopath. Alright, I guess we should pause. Alright, so I'll give you for my chest cavity, I'll bring out a vial, like an injector. This should render the target neutralized.
After I strangle him. Gotcha. Thank you.
Just pat you on the head.
I mean,
I'm tall. My robot body is tall.
Excellent.
Now, go run and play.
Oh yes. Yes, we shall play.
you want a spacesuit to stuff him into or something, or?
No, he picks up a very tiny suitcase. I got this.
I was assuming you two weren't here because you were talking about other things.
Yeah, I'm not here for this.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would.
He says,
otherwise, I would
the
be
ship.
interjecting.
Otherwise, I'd be accomplice.
He says this regardless when he picks up the suitcase. I got this. There's public washrooms here, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stalk him until he goes into a
Everything's
washroom.
public.
Oh, that is
I mean,
true.
okay. A, you have a public washroom, but B, everybody here has a ship that also has their own washrooms there.
That's fine.
So.
I'm gonna flood his washroom so I go to a public washroom. Or I'm just gonna wait till he's alone.
No, he's bumming about and then enters his ship.
I don't stealth. I don't have stealth, I don't stealth. So he's just staring.
So, as a heads up, once you knock them out and you inject them with Hush, for the next couple of hours, there'll be a zombie that obeys your commands.
After I knock him out and then hush him?
Yeah. You have to knock him out.
That's fine.
You can't use Hush in combat. You gotta put him down.
Kind of looks down at his sword. He's like, oh wait, okay. I'm gonna come back onto the ship. Do we have anything less lethal than a sword?
Yeah, I just raise a hand and wave, and electricity goes between it.
Okay.
Think you want to go out there?
There's one small problem with that, but if you can find while I was out there,
Oh my god. Keep going.
while I was out there, did I ever happen to go into a bathroom or anything?
I don't know. Would you go in the bathroom?
I don't think that's
No,
something
I-
he controls.
I think it's something that my character.
Aren't
my-
you the person that goes like, oh no, I cannot leave any DNA anywhere, they'll track me or something
No,
like that?
but my character is the sort of person who go into a bathroom specifically to find a spot to teleport to.
Sure.
I was gonna say, you don't use the washroom. When you have to go, you simply teleport it away.
I mean,
J.K. Rowling!
don't you also wear your spacesuit everywhere?
That's
Just
true.
like, just
I don't
go
actually have to anymore, but yes, I do typically wear my space.
for privacy reasons.
Um,
So you can wear a diaper.
I mean, I don't understand why anyone would go to the bathroom and have a nice catheter.
Just go anywhere, like animals.
So what's your point here?
No, it means that I won't instantly be identified if I port out into it.
Oh, okay. So
In fact,
You
yeah.
won't be identified.
So what? We're just gonna wait till. How is this gonna work? I think he's just gonna shit in his ship. So I think we're getting way off track here.
I mean, if you wanted to, the problem is I could teleport on board the ship with a double teleporter. I just did that. But,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but seeing as how they instantly found me and sent people after me, that's kind of a problem.
I mean, that was the planet. This is gonna be his own ship. Where?
Yes, that first teleport.
So do I see you walk out with a sword, go to
Yes,
the guy,
then he comes
look
back.
at your sword, and then walk back to the ship?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, guys, this is, a public spaceport. There are guards around. There's surveillance.
So I'm going to be
If
real.
violence.
I'm going to be real obvious here. We have don't we have a general supply bay?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay. Can we jury rig a stunner? Do we have a stunner in the supply bay? It's not like a super complicated, expensive item.
I'm gonna come join this conversation. Longinus?
Yep.
What are we doing there with that sword?
What are you up to?
Kidnapping.
It's all right.
Uh-huh.
I asked him to.
She said, so it's all right.
Who are we kidnapping?
Mother knows best.
I wouldn't worry about anything that would implicate you under torture.
The less you know about this, the better. I can take a knife to the ribs. You can't, little man.
Listen to your mother.
Little tiny man.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if this is gonna get us into more trouble.
I believe somebody tells. And he stares unwaveringly.
You could go and talk to the person.
And then stun him. No, wait, let's just invite him onto the ship and then drug him.
Yeah, I mean, we're all just milling about. We've already talked to him, but, I mean, associating with him might implicate us further.
Well, it would make sense that you would go and talk to this person, and if they bug you about it, you can say, I just wanted to clear my name, so I thought I'd talk with this person who...
You're right, he is a loose end.
And that's how, Titus, who just from, I don't want to kill anyone to kill all the loose ends.
Or, like, if it is the whole thing is a setup, then he might be the next step in talking.
I'm just gonna invite him onto the ship.
Okay, I'll be in the shadows with this syringe, and then he just kind of fades back, not hiding at all because he's way too big, and also like stark white.
So I'll head over to Oleg.
Oh, it's you. Hi, how's it going?
Not too bad. I'm just wondering, since we're just kind of all killing time here, if you wanted to come aboard for a ship's dinner. We've got a good cook.
Roll me something there to
And we're gonna microwave some chicken nuggets for him.
roll 50 points.
11.
Sure.
Wow.
I love some dinner.
Great. Come with me.
It closes his ship up and
Today's dinner is sodium pentothal allicate.
So I'll talk about my ship and our travels and
I'm
Captain's Pride. As
Staying well out of sight.
sort of just walking back to the ship.
if he gave you that, also like talks about like this planet. Oh, it's so lovely or whatever.
Yeah, so you seem to have really taken to the culture.
Yeah, it's so nice, fascinating. Finally, it's actually a nice planet. It's everywhere else you have like a lot more struggle between people and wars and what have you. And this is actually a planet that's nice and peaceful.
The moment he sees you coming to the ship with this guy, he just flashes 4 thumbs up. He's like, "Get it."
Well, come have a seat.
Yeah, sure. The big fat tourist goes in.
He has the syringe. He kind of looks at you, looks at Mother.
I'll put up my hand. Be like, well, let's see how this plays out.
Oh, I thought this was how it was going to play out.
Oh, I thought you were actually going to talk to him.
Oh, we can do that first. What do we even want to get out of this guy?
Organs.
So,
What he knows!
So,
He's a member of the secret
that
police. He's got a
package
secret job.
we delivered. What was that? What was that causing you so much trouble?
I mean, it wasn't really causing trouble. It was more like, we're going through customs and couldn't pay for the script and what have you, so, it got held up.
Out of character, you can mention potentially that we are experiencing trouble now and ask. And,
He just kind of reaches over to the seat next to the guy. He's like, "Here, just let me take a seat here." And he's just gonna smack him over the head with it.
You're going to bash him with a table?
Yes, with the chair.
Sure, he's a poor person. You don't have to roll necessarily. You murder person.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. You're so strong. Now, bring him to my med bay.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. This guy's gonna wake up in a chair.
Preferably the chair I didn't just break over him. Because,
I'll treat his concussion. Also, I'm gonna check, see if he's putting any outside or inside signals.
He's got his standard, built-in like cell phones or whatever.
Yeah, we'll spoof those. We'll turn those off and spoof those. Okay, so we're all going to be in the same room when he wakes up.
Yeah.
And now he's passed out. It's like, all right, now when I bring him to, I need to make it look like we're already in a conversation about what we're going to do to him, and he just happened to wake up in the middle of it for exposition purposes. So, who would want to start that conversation? Maybe you would say, I'm uncomfortable with what we're doing.
well, you never say that.
Oh, I can lie pretty good. That
Oh, do you want to be here? That would confirm you're here if you rats. We're going to let him go maybe
good point.
afterwards.
You could wear a mask and just be our mysterious torturer.
Sure.
Because remember, you guys, this guy was far away from you while you were being implicated, so he doesn't really know
you might
what's
not
going
know
on
anything was going on.
necessarily. Yeah.
I thought he was the one who was...
What? I thought he knew what was going on. That's why we kidnapped him.
No. See, you had the longshore foreman boss give you the quest, take the stuff to him, and then the police came in.
We'll drug him enough that he has amnesia. It'll be fine. We'll say he.
Yeah, we just want to kind of wipe his memory of Mark.
All that matters is that before we leave, we just dump him out the back and then leave. And they can't stop us.
All right, I'm just gonna like start to wake him up, and you should just.
I'm uncomfortable with the idea of murder.
Now, we're not going. No. That would be barbaric and violate my Hippocratic oath. How we're going to get information from this individual about how he's wronged us is much more simple, elegant, and humane. I will simply use the technology of my people, and I'm talking at him, making eye contact, he's coming to make a copy of his mind and upload it into a simulation I have. In that simulation, he'll experience camaraderie and friendship on one of my more common interrogation simulations, where he's part of a ragtag crew of far traders consisting of aliens, robots, and psychics. He'll form a bond with them, he'll grow to be their best friends, and then he'll willingly tell them what he knows. We will then terminate that copy of him, killing it, and then dump him.
So, what do you want to accomplish here?
We want him to tell us what we know! I'm going to use medicine for the role, because that sounds scary.
So you want him to tell you what you know?
What he knows.
Tell us what we know.
To start talking.
Now, and I'll turn to him. If your next memory isn't you waking up in an endless simulation where we keep resetting you until you tell us what we want to know, please, tell us what we want to know.
That sounds like some intimidation check.
Can I use heal? Because I used a lot of medicine for it.
You can be aiding with heal if someone wants to, intimidate for you.
Intimidation doesn't seem to be a skill.
It's going to be like talk.
I'm not good at talking.
Nobody is.
Who to talk?
I'm so good at it. I'm amazing at it.
I have stab.
should roll.
Would
Did you
stab
specialize so you get 3d6?
Yes, I did.
God, yes. Thank fucking Christ. Fuck.
So, he's not kidding. He's done this before. And, she's done this before. And, if I'm being completely honest with you, the success ratio is not exactly 100%. Not really even like high 60s. So you probably don't want to go into this procedure.
It is true. Some of the side effects include an inability to separate reality from fiction anymore, and completely ignoring the scenario when presented inside the simulation itself.
Roll, guys.
3 1s.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start eating his
Damn it,
fingers.
it's sideways.
3 3.
I have pins.
brings
I
me
have a
to-
dice train, I'm not using it.
You have 2 dice trays, and you're not using either.
Alright.
So what did you roll?
I rolled a bunch of numbers. Some of them were high, some of them were low. I'm gonna roll on the dice tray because I keep forgetting we have the goddamn dice tray. 6 + 2, 7, 8.
Okay.
So I got a 7. If I get +1 from him, that makes it an 8.
Okay, well, he seems spoke like, oh, who are you guys? What do you want? What do you want? You want credits? I can give you some credits. Like,
We want you to have a very selective memory.
okay.
Is that the episode we want for Oh, yeah.
I thought we wanted to know about the parcel.
We also want to know about that.
Tell us about the parcel. Don't worry about the selective memory. I'll worry about the selective memory.
Okay. What was in the package? And what is your association with
Forearm McLongman.
Yura.
Yura?
Okay, why don't you tell me what's in the package? Command Lord. I give that to you.
Heretical works.
Okay. What kind of heretical works? Is it heretical for this world, heretical for this world?
Heretical for this world. Yeah.
Ayn Rand's the fountainhead.
I'm kind of imagining like it's also like something done by the secret police, so it's like as obvious Germans, so it like specifically says like, yeah, we should overthrow the communists and replace them with a capitalist democracy.
Literally just Ayn Rand's the fountainhead. A mimetic, a piece of poisonous mimetic, viral material that will infect people's minds.
And we should hurt all the regular, hardworking people of this planet for no good reason.
Yeah, so pretty much like, revolutionary propaganda that would, upset the order of this world, let's say. So yeah, that's what he's been smuggling. And, he tells you that he doesn't know Yura.
So why was this longshoreman so interested in getting the package to you?
I don't know why this longshoreman is looking for me. I know that the governor here is out for me. They've searched my ship multiple times. It's probably because I was trying to get my sister out of here. She was held Captain's Pilot. I managed to sequester the ship, but then they locked the whole dock down, and that we're trying to find her.
So she's hidden on your ship.
Yes.
And you think this whole script failure might just be a ruse to keep you here?
I mean, it's a good enough reason to lock this whole place down.
Why do they want your sister?
Because she might know too much. Because she's, running away from this place.
Where is she running to?
I mean, away. And just off this planet.
Well, we might be able to help you out with that.
Oh, that'd be great. How?
For money.
Okay, no, I got some money. How much do you want?
All of it.
I don't know. What is your sister's life worth to you?
Oh, yeah.
That's a very broad question.
I have no concept of the scale of the currency in this game.
Let's see. I think there was a small thing was it the lifestyle, employments and services on page 77, for example.
1 credit is worth it.
Capital crime forgiveness bribe 5,000 credits. Major crime forgiveness 500. Minor 50.
100,000 credits.
I don't have that kind of money.
But you could get it.
I mean, it would take me a while to get it. I have to go to some other planets.
Luckily for you, we can operate on a payment plan.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Are we still going to wipe his mind?
I mean, then how are we going to get the money?
It seems we've
You promised to pay us money. I have no memory of this transaction.
I think it would be unwise to wipe his memory again. It seems this time we got it right.
We didn't even have to mend his fingers.
It's been a productive week.
And I thought my character was going to be the morally dubious one.
That's so scary.
I know, right? Halloween! Halloween!
Is this real? Am I real? I I don't know it's real anymore.
Just tell me.
So we get your sister off world. You pay us 100,000. That's the deal.
In installments.
In installments.
Out of character, true to my word, he's ignoring obvious signs too. We're openly talking about it. He's just glossing past it.
I mean, he looks scared and intimidated by you, but...
We could keep her on the ship until he pays in full. Unharmed. Unless he misses a payment.
We do have accommodations for passengers.
Kind of gazes over at the freezer, the fridge units.
The ones you walked out of. Well, we're gonna have to figure out how to end this whole lockdown.
How about a riot? I mean, we have a bunch of blasphemous works and a whole lot of people just aching for literature.
Wouldn't a riot just increase security?
Yeah, for after, but mid-riot.
I'm not there, am I, right?
Do you want to be here?
Well, I think we talked about it specifically.
You could be just under a cardboard box and they wouldn't
We've
notice.
got-
Yeah, actually, I've got
Open
I'm
comm
off,
channel.
I'm like on the con channel. I've got like a really terrible voice disguiser. It's like, we also have to dump this stuff. We do not want to piss off the. We've got to sell our cargo, and if we set off, if we do the distraction thing, it ain't gonna go too well. We got to try and find out what the authorities want and see if they want anything to make us a little more trusted.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe find that guy, that longshoreman guy, in case he's ideally here to hire people like us.
Yeah, let's go find Oleg.
Okay. You go out, you can see that, he's chilling with his, crew, playing some cards or what have you.
I'm gonna do the same thing to him. Make him think his entire life is a simulation.
No, I don't think that'll be necessary. That could really bite us in the ass.
If he is a member of the secret police, it's like, oh, you zombie on him, that activated his terminal nuke. His cranial nuke.
Very well. Once we perfect the process, they'll stop thinking that they're psychics.
So this script problem, how long do you think this is going to go on for?
We don't know how the repair crew is doing, and it might be a couple weeks, might be months. Maybe.
But we've solved our little script issue.
I mean, yeah, your thing is promoted, but it's quarantined, so it can't go any further.
Yeah, how long is it quarantined for?
Yeah, I
That's
don't
what they
know.
say it isn't.
What did the authorities say? It was a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I don't suppose you could pull any strings, help us out a bit. In the spirit of comradeship.
As we beat the crap out of you at dinner, lock you, threaten to throw you in a simulation, imply we've already done this a couple times, and then say we're gonna hold your sister hostage for a ridiculous amount of money.
You've done it once, but to a different person. Again, you're talking to Hura now, not Oleg, different person.
At this point, I would be worried that the sister was like some kind of crazy, super powerful psychic.
At this point, I'd be worried that I'm the guy being interrogated in the simulation because I'm psychic or an alien. What do I want to know?
I mean, I'm just looking to offload my cargo.
Right.
I mean, yeah, so does everyone here. But, if you need to get past security, I think I know what after they, want to get to that. Oleg guy, he's apparently kidnapped someone, and, they want them back. It's one of ours, people.
Wait, there's a second kidnapping victim now?
Are you there?
I mean, yes, I'm here. I've been here this whole time.
Okay. What do you mean, second? Did he kidnap more than one person?
He's got a
No.
strange sense of humor.
What?
Oh, who?
Is this the second conversation that's going on? Did I
Yeah,
blank out?
he
for
went
moments?
to the longshore foreman.
Oh wow, I really did blank out. Never mind.
Yes. You and Mark. So,
Is there like a chief administrator or someone I can talk to?
I can arrange that.
Yeah, that would be very helpful.
Okay. Do you want to just sweep to that?
Sure. Who's coming with me to this?
Not me, because that would be dumb.
Yes, not Muscovink.
Just wear like the Groucho Marx glasses and the nose, and you'll be fine. Just...
I'm Bounty Hunter Mick Awesome Pants.
I'll come since I look like muscle because I am muscle. So.
Okay. What's the name? Wow.
Just bring a combat badge to the ship's AI.
And we're back.
Okay then. Jaden, you're taken to some office of a higher official, some party man. Several Gdang. Let me paste it in. There you go. So it's a nicer looking office, has this nice big Brian possibly behind them, talking about trusting the central planning authority, Prego Council knows it all, what have you. So, Mr. Jaden,
Soon.
how may I help you?
I've got 150 tons of kettles on my ship that are gonna go bad if I don't offload them soon.
And a paperclip order.
Yeah.
Paperclips are more.
And an order of paper clips that I'm supposed to deliver. And I'm locked up here. And I'm just wondering if there's something you can do to kind of ease us through the situation. I mean, as your men will tell you, we've cooperated fully. We're assisting with the investigation. We've given you no trouble, no reason to detain us, and we've got goods to sell.
They're tarnishing as we speak.
I mean, the first fatality that have come here asking to be, to skip the queue, to be let through, because they're special and what have you. And, I see that, there have been some trouble since you've arrived.
What sort of trouble?
I mean,
It seemed like you had trouble here before we got here.
What do you mean by that?
Well, scuttlebutt is that this Oleg guy is up to no good.
So you've heard of Oleg. What do you know about him?
Not much. I just got here. Except he's a big fan of the planet.
I mean, he seems that way, but, he kidnapped someone from here, one of our citizens.
He's a kidnapper.
Yes.
Why hasn't he been arrested?
Well, we've thoroughly searched his ship multiple times, and we can't find, the victim. And he, pulls up, the pad, and, you can see the picture of Oleg and some, woman going up to his ship. And, we can't just charge someone without, having evidence to it. Besides, we want to retrieve the person and not, want to know what happened to them.
What if she's just a teleporter? I mean, you seem to have a problem with those on this planet, not related to us. What if she just left that way and doesn't pick up her phone?
I mean, she's not a teleporter. She's, a normal person. We have files on her. But,
And maybe she's a secret teleporter.
I mean,
I was always fun, and I definitely keep it secret.
Nicole, this is communism that works.
See, it's a magic planet.
But I mean, you've said you've already searched the ship. I mean, you can't just keep us all here on an indefinite lockdown.
Well, we all have our dues to pay, and currently the credit exchange is down, so we cannot process any payments. Well,
What does that have to do with us being on house arrest for having the audacity to have a criminal passenger who we could not possibly have known about their criminal past, smuggling themselves on, teleporting away once we arrived.
Can I just hop in here? I know I'm not in this game, but it sounds like he's asking for a bribe. You guys caught that, right?
But it's a communist plan. They don't believe in that.
They still have money, don't they?
Also, is there
Greed
anything...
doesn't exist in
Here,
communism.
I'm going to give you guys a quick,
Like, straight
because basically I said this earlier.
We
but it
all
was,
have our
is
dues
there
to pay.
anything we can do to convince you that we are not a threat to this planet? Is there some gesture we could make?
What stupid side quest do you want us to do so we can leave this planet and
There you go.
move on from the tutorial?
You're not supposed to say that.
If we're talking like that, the quest that he wants, like, hey, help us retrieve this, poor kidnapped, person from our planet.
Don't you have a secret police for that? Wait, so she went onto the ship and never came off, and he's not under arrest for that, despite the fact it's clear that she was put into a disintegrator or something, or chopped into pieces. But we've got a criminal here who leaves, and you can't find him, and we're just stuck here in not jail.
I mean, he's also not going anywhere. You're both stuck here.
Now.
It's a duty to us citizens to ensure that, they are found. But we must follow the protocol, and we cannot arrest someone without actual proof.
You can just hold them indefinitely, and that's magically different. I love communism.
I mean, if this was any other planet, you'd probably just go in jail without...
Oh, it's fine. He hates all government types. It's just he's on a communist planet, so he hates communism. If we move to a socialist...
No.
Yeah.
That's how they're engaging characters on. So, if you could help us retrieve Miss Tanya, we can, make sure that...
Why did this guy kidnap her? And it seems like she's walking onto the ship of her own accord.
I mean, it seems that, he's, like, pulling on her, like, they're hasting and whatever, so... Well, we're not sure. He denies, the whole allegations. He must have his own reasons why he'd want to kidnap her.
By the way, P.S., this is Oleg, not or is it the captain we're talking about?
You're talking to a government official.
About the
Talking
captain.
to,
the captain.
Savella.
The captain
So
Oleg.
that's his sister.
about Oleg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying it's his sister. They're saying she's from here. She's an actual citizen here, and he's kidnapping her.
So he's accusing them of kidnapping her, and they're accusing him of kidnapping her.
Oh, he's saying that.
We'll have to cut the baby in two.
Small like message. Like I guess I'm recording this on like a viewing this like through. Is this being recorded or relayed anyway? No.
I don't know how
We pull that off. Fair enough.
they
You could
would
just be
feel
texting
about
you
that.
the rough thing, but there'd be a lot of this is bullshit between every message.
Be better when I get
So
telepathy so I
there's-
can get that from you all the time.
There's nothing else we can do to expedite this process. You want us to do your police work for you.
I mean, what else would we want, really? The party provides for all.
Can we see the recording?
Sure, he shows it, and you can see, there's all like there, a woman being like hastened towards the ship.
Can we get your data file on this citizen? I mean, why is she of value?
Because she's a citizen. We take care of all our citizens.
No, I understand. I understand why you care. My question is, why does this Oleg guy care?
We don't know.
And you don't have any theories? There's nothing special about her?
People they tell her, oh, she's like a normal bureaucratic type, kind of unassuming. Doesn't look like anyone that will draw much attention.
Well, I guess we'll go cool our heels on the ship.
Okay. It's like they have no object permanence. She disappeared off their, into the ship, and she doesn't exist anymore. The law has no effect anymore until they see her again.
Right, so this is the situation.
So they probably have a smuggler hold.
I think we need to go talk to this woman.
I am very surprised that the government isn't painting him as some kind of predator. Like, assuming that they're lying and not just wrong. Like, the thing that they should be doing is painting him as some kind of criminal who's kidnapping women off of their planet because, he's some kind of creep.
I mean, it's pretty much, the gist of it.
Yeah, they're hiding her in a smuggler hole, but what doesn't make sense is why haven't they taken apart the ship if he's clearly stuffed her in a smuggler hold? Like, they saw her go into the ship and not leave.
I mean, Oleg has pretty much related to you earlier that, yeah, they've searched his ship, for over a week, and
She's probably in pieces around the ship.
So, like I said, we need
Or
to go
they
have
do.
a conversation with her and sort this out.
Okay.
So we'll go talk to Oleg.
I mean, last time when you left Oleg, did you let him go, or is he
I think we
still?
left that up to you guys.
Well, you were saying that you wanted to extort him for money, so presumably let him go.
We let him go back to the ship.
The ship is locked up.
I knock.
And go like, "Hi, what do you want?"
You should play this like you know nothing, and you're ready to transfer.
You should play like your first meeting for the first time.
That'd be funnier. But...
Just fuck this guy's life up. Always keep him off balance.
Like the Kobayashi Maru, where they can never be sure if reality is real anymore.
What? That's not the Kobayashi.
Not the Kobayashi Maru specifically, but you know what I mean. How they'll
Like
pull
existence.
random drills.
Oh yeah, how the TNG officer training is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, they'll pull
An
random drills where they
existential
think
nightmare.
that like your friends are all dead or whatever, and you have to deal with it. And then they're like, "Oh, just kidding. It was just part of the test."
We enlisted your family and faked them dying.
My name is Jadian Soon. This is my associate, Longinus.
Jason, we've met. We had interactions.
I don't recall that.
Have you been drugged? Did that scary robot do something to you?
Never met a robot in my life.
I think we have something that we need to discuss in person.
I mean, the last time we discussed something in person, I was strapped to a chair and dragged out of my life.
Look, we don't care about your weird fantasies about us tying you to a chair. We just need in to talk.
Do you think that he suggested it because he has a fetish for your people?
Probably. I don't blame him.
It's unhealthy. I'm wearing the gas suit, so it's just like a person. Like the bio suit, so it's just like one of their crewmen.
With forearms.
Stars
No,
the
I-
number,
yeah.
gaslighting edition.
Yeah, we're wicked gaslighting this guy.
We can talk here.
A neutral
Kinda-
ground.
Look around at the cameras and recordings. Is that really the best idea, Oleg?
I mean, I don't know if I let you in, will I live? So this is preferable.
You're worth quite a lot to me alive.
I mean, you say that, but then
You also said
I don't
you're
know
dead.
who else you cut deals with. So
If I cut a deal with someone, it wouldn't be me knocking on the door.
I don't know what your game is, man.
I think I explained my game. I'm gonna help you and you're gonna pay me.
Okay, how will you do that?
Well, that's what we need to discuss.
Fine, you can come in, but alone.
It's a trap. He might hit you with a chair.
Make it a thing where this guy's just obsessed with chairs.
That's acceptable.
Wrestling. So, do you guys leave your captain Alone?
No, he opens the door and we both go in.
He's like, damn it.
Damn it! You entered the door.
I didn't expect that.
For some reason, I thought these people who drug me and tied me to a chair would be honorable and honor their word.
Societal expectations means you can't expel me.
Is there no crew on this ship?
I don't know. We don't know.
I'm gonna
I mean,
walk
well,
in too, so
we
I can be
have
in
we
the
have
scene.
looked around it before.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a crew. I mean, far trays can be manned by a person.
Oh, only under
What?
very specific circumstances, which I'm going to investigate that I know about.
Maybe the ship is haunted and everyone who steps on disappears.
Can
Except
I
him.
roll fix to appraise the ship and its fittings as we're walking in? See if I can see signs of...
Well, A, you're not walking in yet.
Yeah, the door open. We're all going to walk in, he said.
No, that's what Tyler said.
I just want to be in the scene!
I mean, yes, but someone dragged him earlier.
Okay, you're inventing that. None of us remember that. We just started the session, Peter, and you're saying all these things at us.
And then everyone dies.
Harry killed his own father.
Dumbledore, he's
You know,
fake!
what would be really funny is like, all right, so you guys are all on the planet. You come into customs, but they're out of script. God damn it!
I went too deep. I went too far.
Wait, we have a teleporter. This bitch can't keep us out.
Yes, a teleporter.
I mean, there's a teleporter on the planet.
This bitch can't keep us out.
yes, if you use a teleporter, he can get in. Do you want to use your teleporter?
But does he open the door for us?
I mean, he's expectedly, waiting for you to be alone. A little, camera next to this intercom.
It's okay. I know how to deal with these. And I duck down.
Yeah, if you want to appraise his stuff, you can roll. Because
Aw,
I guess
so-
earlier you had some insight between all of you.
7.
7. Yeah. It looks like a pre-tech version of Far Trader. So it's more advanced, but still fulfills similar functionality.
It's a pre-tech far trader vessel?
Yeah.
I'm gonna text you. You have glasses, I'm assuming, that have like a HUD or something?
Sure.
Alright. Hey, what you up to?
Text you back. Trying to get in the ship.
I'm right beside you, by the way.
Okay.
Just to establish I was here on scene. Hey, this rocket ship emoji is pile of gold. Emoji for clock that's before midnight. Emoji for Cylon. We should emoji of the Hamburglar it and ditch our bullshit. Prayer emoji, prayer emoji, prayer emoji, heart emoji.
Emoji of the hamburger.
That's the
Oh, that's me. We're back.
Look, Oleg, we can't help you if you don't help us.
Well, you wanted to come in alone? We can come in alone and talk.
I guess I'm going in alone.
I'm gonna bring out that needle of stuff and just kind of like tuck it into your back pocket. Disguised as an ass pat. There we go.
We get up there, you like climb up to the top of the deck, he like hits you
I will
once.
also pat his ass as he goes in. Good boy.
He like hits you once with a chair and he's like, that's just payback. Okay, now we can
Bring the entire chair over your back. Like Homer in the tub.
We're good then.
So the doors are open.
I go in.
And they close.
Your ship is secure, I assume?
I mean, as secure as any ship.
I text you. Can you scan the ship, make sure it's locked down? No
Oh.
bugs.
Winky face, champagne emoji.
What does that even mean?
Why do I picture your like medical bay having like live, laugh, love stuff?
Yes.
Only when I text. My medical bay is a cold, scary, Wayland-Yutani alien-style medical bay.
I need to talk to your sister.
Why would you need to talk with her?
Because I need to know what I'm getting into. And I don't trust you.
Oh, you don't trust me?
No, fair enough. Okay. He like doesn't go, okay, Tanya, you wouldn't mind coming over? And you know, from deep in the ship, you know, someone comes over, seems to be wearing the like regional clothes from here. I don't have you.
So, tell me, Tanya, why does the government think that Oleg has kidnapped you?
I don't know. I think they just want to, you know, keep me here because, you know, I'm not allowed.
Why would they do that?
Because they're an oppressive government. Playing the stereotypes. I mean, you know, it's all communist. Everyone has to work for it, and you know, if you want to settle on your own, then you brand it as, you know, the person that leaves, and what have you.
So, we've got a bit of a problem.
Okay.
Nobody's going anywhere until you come back to the government.
Well, I guess nobody's going anywhere.
So when you go back to them, what are they going to do to you?
Don't know what they'll do to me. Probably send me to some prison or what have you. What do you think they'll do to me?
So you just wanted to get out on your own. And because of that, they want to forcibly confine you here. That's your only crime?
I mean, yes, trying to escape. Obviously, you know, that's illegal.
He's a bit quiet.
Well, we're going to have to think on this.
Okay.
Okay. I go back outside.
Yep.
Did it seem like she was being coerced or anything?
No, she didn't seem coerced. She's like a nice and timid girl, what have you.
We need a plan.
We could kidnap her, hand her over, and be done with this.
Then we'll be out 100,000 credits.
I mean, maybe we'll get a reward if we hand him in too. He's sheltering a refugee, criminal, whatever. Also, we could reveal that he smuggled those books.
I mean, you know though that they did the thing where they move those items off. I mean, if we do that and they do grab him, they're almost certainly going to be, they'll almost certainly be willing to squeal and to get any kind of deal they can on us.
Also, what precludes the authority from prosecuting us after we've done their work for them? Who'd we go to contest this? The authority?
So someone is getting screwed over here no matter what, and it can't be us.
Indeed.
Can we rig up some kind of like biosuit to look like her?
I don't know if we have the materials on hand to construct something like that. How much time?
Barely.
We have all the
nothing
time
but
in the world.
What would be the play?
Try and hand her in and then take off before they realize it's a dud?
I don't think that would work. They would find out that she was not her immediately, and this isn't us skipping out a bill in a restaurant after getting fairly hammered at 2 a.m. with your girlfriends. This is us taking off again into space and avoiding their orbital defenses.
If they're both dead, they can't squeal. We could hand over a pair of corpses. I mean, they dragged us into this.
Our ship muscle does have a
I
range of truth to it.
guarantee you, if we hand over 2 corpses, we are going down for it, and they will tear the ship apart. Honestly, you know what I think our best option is? If we're only going to be here for a few weeks,
Just wait it out.
wait it out. But if they're going to if they're just going to use that as a pretense to not let anyone out off the planet, how much trade does this planet do?
A planet like this couldn't possibly hold an indefinite quarantine with far traders. There's too many exotic materials and goods that need to be brought in to sustain them. This isn't like a blockade around a garden world.
So we wait it out.
Well, we have two options that would allow us to get out of here. Waiting it out until they pass the quarantine and break, or turning them in.
I'm not comfortable turning them in.
Why? They mean nothing to us. For all we know, she's a master criminal and a really good liar.
You act like that would make it. You act like that would be a better reason to turn in.
She's either an innocent or an asset.
True, those qualities would make her an excellent addition to the crew.
But in any event, the main thing is I can't see a way for us to either grab her and try and escape with any realistic shot, or turning them in and not have it go incredibly badly for us. Like, literally, I can't think of any way that would go well.
Do we need to turn in the brother with the sister?
I think they want to get the woman back, and when they get the woman back, they'll be able to charge the guy with kidnapping.
And then he rolls on us, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
She dies, we don't get anything because we've just ended up killing a citizen. They have an excuse they need to never let us off here
And we know he
shit.
can't stand up to interrogation.
Yeah.
We did discover
Why
fairly
would he?
early on in the relationship.
He has kind of a specific reasons to be pissed at us. So, I mean, options are either we try and run the blockade and set up a distraction, which seems like a terrible idea.
This individual owns a pre-tech vessel. What resources are at his disposal?
I don't know.
To have one of those, he must have connections. Which means the sister must be important too.
Maintenance alone. Those parts do not come cheap.
There's got to be more to the pair of them.
Who are we,
than
out of curiosity, who are we delivering these paper clips to?
Some guy past custom. Who do you want to deliver them to?
Well, okay, I'm assuming that this is... They're paying 50 grand for these paper clips. These are not cheap paper clips. There is, like, some kind of bullshit behind them we were never able to discover.
They're universal paper clips. As far as you can tell.
No, because you don't. When you don't have a lot of space or a lot of room to like rebuild after an apocalypse, you don't build a factory for paperclips. You outsource to someone who still has a factory for paperclips. It's cheaper in the long run, in a space and money and time perspective.
So I'm just asking, basically, can we contact this person and ask them if there's any pressures we can put on there? Or officials to bribe.
I mean, that'd be them putting their necks on the line for some random off-worlder for paper clips.
I mean, if they can have...
They can merely purchase the paperclips after we've been imprisoned and our assets sold off to the state.
Well, you know that this planet doesn't have that many stars because they're like... Okay, most of, like, the whole planet is communist. Most people don't use money. There isn't much, say, going on in most places. So they have the designated, you know... What do they call this? The docking district 1. This is it. So they're currently blocking the major spaceport of their own for this. So there is, like, you know, if you want to have someone that can exert pressure on that to get that through, that would have to be someone really high up. And you probably the person that will receive the paperclip isn't.
I have a bit of inspiration, crew. This planet is barbaric, correct?
All of them are. Go on.
Relatively speaking.
Are we confined to this docking area?
Yes, you're confined to this.
If we could make our way to a medical center, repair a high-level individual, they would be indebted to us. bonus points of this individual is not the one damaged, but their spouse or what's the term? Surrogate, offspring.
They've got to have not housing units, a hotel or something like that, where people stay. They can't all just stay in ships. So anyone there might be wealthy.
Anyone on this world will need medical attention, and anyone who is wealthy, anyone who has influence or power or wealth on this planet, who is powerful, who is critically ill or has families critically ill, will be kept alive for the longest in a medical facility and be in the most dire need of attention. Statistics alone says there must be at least one or two of these individuals on this planet that we could help and get leverage with.
This world has several million inhabitants. Psychers exist, biosciences exist, and the healthcare goes to those that need it. So this is communism.
You're right.
Functional communism.
Right, but there is resource scarcity because this isn't a post-scarcity society, so how do they... Oh god, this is going to go down a whole rabbit hole. How do you determine who gets the best care?
They have tourism, though, right? So there'd be people here coming here for something other than the whatever this planet is famous for.
I have no idea what this planet's for other than us to trade at it. Like a good far trader. The only thing you're good for is money.
If they have tourism, then they'll have actual rich people here from planets that aren't, communist.
Mm-hmm.
Which means if we can get the favor of one of them, like people come on vacation all the time, even if they're horribly ill. There's definitely got to be in the spaceport some kind of place where people stay other than in their ship.
Perhaps it is a plan that does not bear fruit.
I mean, the other thing too is we could just ask to bail.
What's that?
You could just go to the guy and say, "Look, it's clear we're going to be here for a month. It's not worth our time. You can check our cargo. You don't have to worry about us taking anything with us."
Yeah, but there's the issue of you, which is why they're holding us here.
Yeah.
So unless we hand in someone who looks like you,
I could make that work.
there we go.
We have a fully stocked surgical suite on board.
Or we wait a month.
I mean, faking your death seems much easier and more convenient for me.
Need be, we could find any voluntary subject and make them look like any one of you. Even put an approximate simulation of their memories on board with hypnotherapy and drug inducing. It's an ideal way to replace crew members.
So we're gonna risk.
Crew expendable.
So we're gonna risk the whole thing completely coming apart if they manage to see through this, rather than just waiting a month.
Unlike the hologram, this would take much longer to see through. Enough for us to get off world. Maybe even with profit.
What if we do it to the fat man and then hand both him and his sister over?
I do have a suite of liposuctory capabilities aboard this vessel.
Yeah, double the profit.
What profit?
I mean, surely they'll reward us for handing over these wanted people, having taken the
not
time
so
out of
sure.
our busy schedule.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how this works again. We hand over these people and somehow they don't roll on us hard.
I mean, if you want to go back to track with the officials, say, hey, we'll do it, but you clear our name, that could be a thing you would try negotiating.
I'd rather get out of this with them. I'm just not seeing a way out.
The ideal scenario, of course, would be for us to abandon the Prophet on this planet and leave in their pre-tech vessel.
I just bought this ship.
So we'll take all the valuable things to put on that ship, leave. Huh. Yeah, that might work, actually. Because they'll be holding this ship. They won't be expecting us to leave on another one.
But that ship is going to have #1 quarantine, don't leave on it. Though, they might not shoot at it if they think that there's no, actually they would.
What if they think she's on the other ship? And that, she's being held there through smuggling means. Because that criminal, the teleporting criminal, he brought her onto that ship because he can teleport.
one of our crew would go to the officials and rat us out because we're smuggling the girl off planet. While they chase down the ship, we steal the pre-tech vessel and take them to safety while the planet's limited resources are focused on our old vessel.
This dude is getting worse all the time.
Before we get to alter it further. And then we take the guy and we lock him in a simulation that sends him to hell repeatedly. Why are we doing that? Shit's ridiculous. Because we're bastards.
See, we just need to get some pre-tech computer that can simulate multiple lifetimes in a second.
How do we,
All right, we'll put all of us into a pre-tech simulation of our life on repeat over and over again, running every simulation of how we can escape this planet.
20 minutes later, it's like, all right, so guys, we finally settled on a plan. We detonate the banned gamma anthrax bomb, infecting the entire population with a lethal virus. So
See, if you only had some Maltech on in your storage, you could unleash on the world.
Yeah,
But someone decided not
Tyler.
to. Someone decided not to go to the planet that has that infectious, crystalline thing.
yeah.
Now we can't make peace with the crystalline entity.
If we were to take off on the pre-tech ship, how would our ship be piloted as a ruse?
One crew member would have to stay behind.
And all turned to all Starfarer.
Oh, he's still here. We'd also have to kill that.
Yeah.
I think you would probably end up being like, well, you can't run off of the ship, but if you're willing to take $1 million...
I could stay behind. I could do a backup module.
Actually, I all things considered, though. Look, we're getting... I mean, whatever you guys want to do, I kind of came on, like, I'm a legitimate trainer and all that stuff, but let's try not to actually engage in any outright actual piracy. That kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Who's advocating for piracy now?
Well, taking the ship.
Well, no, we're gonna renegotiate the deal with the guy. He's gonna give us the ship.
Ah, I see. Diplomatic piracy. A wise way to go.
I mean, if you really want, I guess, let's see, what would be the...
We've gone pretty far down the rabbit hole of this one.
Yep. I'm just here twiddling my thumbs. This is going great.
Yeah, we really went down that rabbit hole.
Golden brain.
Right?
All right, I want you to plot a course to the mortal event horizon.
I don't even know if I have a backup module. I think I'd give you a computer and say it was a backup module, and then I just die.
Well, I gotta imagine that you have a soul stone thingy, so you have something in you that you have to retrieve. It's more interesting, in case something goes down.
Alright.
So, legitimately though, do we have to have the gaunt playing now?
Don't have it prepared.
What are we going to do? Because our options seem to be, if we did wait this out, like, are they just going to wait indefinitely, or...
I mean, they want to wait indefinitely, but you don't know how soon...
I mean, they have superiors, and those superiors want far trading to happen.
Yep.
So maybe we just give it a couple weeks.
Yeah, you guys want to sit in the fridges for a while. That's fine by me.
No offense, the ideas that we come up with have been really entertaining, but they seem ridiculously complicated, and...
They do. They're going to fail immediately.
Yeah.
None of us have the skills or the dice rolls for it.
Like 4 or 5 levels down the line, maybe we can do that kind of shenanigans, but...
Here's an issue. What if the folks in the other ship get antsy? And they try something similar on us?
Ah, a classic prisoner's dilemma.
Well, we're gonna need to get Tanya over to our ship somehow anyways.
You're just really enamored with her, huh?
Well, perhaps she is.
She's worth 100,000
metapsionic.
credits to me.
What's that?
She could be metapsionic and would be excellent to study.
Oh, true.
You think you can carry a suitcase?
Oh yeah, I can carry so many suitcases.
Yeah, there is airport security here, and if there's something like big enough to hold a person being moved between those ships that are not that close together.
If only we had a teleporter who could teleport things.
Only had a really good doctor.
Yeah, unfortunately. Actually, how much does she weigh?
Okay, let's
Under 100 kilograms.
let's calculate this kidnapping possibility.
No,
here.
no,
I mean, better than the calculations we did in Stars That Number Saves we were playing, where we were calculating how much space humans took up so we could stack them appropriately.
In our cargo hold.
Yeah.
No, I think there's a pretty hard. Unfortunately, due to reasons involving quantum time wobble, I can't pick up a living human sentient being and teleport them. Not yet.
It's interesting you bring that up. What if we were to put the subject in a medically induced death state? And then you'd be able to bring them, and then we resuscitate them.
That's a question for the GM.
Well, all we have to do is have a volunteer become legally dead, and then see if you can teleport them, and then we'd resuscitate them. Kevin immediately put his finger on his nose, saying, "Not it." There are only 2 people we can do this to, Tyler. Why do you immediately go, "Uh-oh"? Yeah, Tyler, do you want to die?
I mean, yes, but not in
Sorry, and there's no way I could possibly do it to Longinus. It would just simply, if you're doing what I think as an experiment, it wouldn't work. He's too big.
Like, you cannot transport people that are not willing. If they're willing, you have to.
Yeah. So the question is, if they're dead, if they're legally dead.
Oh, but if they're willing, you can just do it.
But if they're dead, they're an object.
Do they count as willing if we
Really?
use the
I thought I could teleport.
zombie stuff on
I
It
thought I
does,
could
they'd be willing,
teleport
they follow orders.
another
perfect.
human being.
Resisting targets cannot be carried along, and unresisting ones must be touched.
So we'll knock her out.
Yeah, like
Okay,
like
I must have been reading the.
Why do we have to knock her out? She's
I thought I
fully
could
on
do
board with this plan. We're
Frustration.
smuggling her off the planet.
Also, if she was too heavy, we merely remove the seat of her personality, teleport along with, and then place into another willing vessel. I'm talking about decapitating her and keeping her head alive in cryostasis.
Oh man, then he'd never be able to live. Like if we snitched on him, they'd find the headless corpse, and then they wouldn't listen to a thing he said.
Okay, so here's the big thing.
That solves the problem.
Okay, guys, stop. Come on, this is getting. The big thing I have concerned with is it's a 2 jump. It's 200 meters between us and the end of the other ship.
Mm-hmm. And you've already been spotted once.
And yeah, so we need to find us a way to set it up that is you're not going to be spotted. A tent. I don't know if they've got stuff in the hacking the security cameras, but something with 100 and within 100 meters of here that I can see somehow and then port into.
I mean, I could try hacking security. I'm not.
I mean, it doesn't
super
have
good
to
at
be that high tech. If you can set up a freaking tent in an area, I
Yeah,
think.
but they'll come take a look at it. So if we set up a security camera to kind of blip you out,
So we'll
we'll have to edit you
we'll get a
live from
freight
the
box. You look inside it, so you can teleport inside it. Then we go out, we drop it. They come check it out. They check it out, and then after it's checked out, then you do your teleporting magic.
I mean, or alternatively, you could, if you really wanted to do something really low tech, you could always do a magic act because you've already done the.
No, the empty box thing's a good idea.
No, like that could be your thing.
That's well, no, like just putting an empty box out, and they check it, and they just teleport it. It's easier than my idea, which is we take her head, put it in cryostasis, and then frame him for murder. And that solves 2 problems at once. You can't believe him; he's a murderer.
But I mean, I guarantee you, they see something suspicious like this go down, and well,
Literally everything we've done on this planet so far has been super suspicious.
I know, right?
I mean, they've also seen us regularly communicating with this guy who's a suspected kidnapper.
Mm-hmm.
You've gone into a ship alone once.
Yeah.
Like, this has all been caught on camera. There's no way they're not monitoring everything we do.
So we're gonna do the box trick.
sure. But we gotta set this up. I mean, they're very likely. They saw one guy poured out. They kind of suspect I'm still on the ship. So you see the small problem we have.
I'm looking at the hacking rules.
Because if you can disable their security system, we can teleport out. And if you're really good at hacking, you might be able to disable to get us like an hour head start on a document clearance.
I mean, I'd have to do prep work.
You have time.
Okay. I'll need access to their data protocols to familiarize myself with the local programming language.
I mean, you do have all those little bugs they left in your ship.
Correct. Oh, it's so difficult. Difficulty 10.
To do what?
Subvert a system.
Yep.
And load fake input into a sensor system.
There you go.
Okay.
If you only had a telekineticist that could just like, wrangle those cameras in an operation.
I have another terrible idea.
I have no hacking equipment either because I didn't think I'd take hacking.
I have another really terrible idea.
What?
It's awful. So you suborn the bugs, and you get them to tell the person that the woman left on her own accord or died. Then he goes crazy, we kill him, it's backed up by the bugs, it's clearly self-defense. They keep the ship, you say apologetically, look, at least now you know your citizen was killed by this person, it happened a long time before good, there's nothing we could have done about it. Of course it is awful. Like, morally reprehensible by my standards.
Oh, I thought that was a lie. I thought you were making the cameras think that that's what happened, but then you actually smuggled them out.
Yeah, that's another way of doing it. But the problem with that is they, in order to get out of there, they would actually have to try and arrange someone to get off the ship.
I think we should
We
have
could do
you
that.
teleport her onto our ship and then just see if we can wait it out. I think it's the simplest, best plan.
Yeah, this hacking roll is going to be a nightmare. Just off the top of my head, that one would have done it. That one would not have.
So what's your bonus?
+2.
+2, and you need 10?
Yeah.
So around 40%, right?
Yeah. Unless you guys can sharpen that up. I get a reroll.
So that would be around... Oh, that's not nearly as bad. That's like 66%, but actually still pretty terrible.
And the consequences for screwing it up are pretty dire.
Yeah.
They would detect the intrusion.
Well, your call.
Can we help you at all? Is there a way we can help?
I mean, if this, out of character, if the network is sophisticated enough to require line shunts, we're gonna need line shunts just to attempt the hack. So that'd be where that comes in. If it's not, then if you could find any equipment that give me a bonus to this, that'd be what I'd have to do.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth the chance. That's our last option.
So why don't we just do the low-tech solution?
Yeah, the box idea is the best idea.
I'm just, yeah.
So you want to come take a look inside a crate?
Yeah, I mean, I just give me a good look at the crate. Technically, the crate being around the area that I've been before won't make any difference. Just make sure it's a big crate.
Yeah, we'll get some of our storage crates. One of them will be empty. The other ones will contain tea kettles, and we'll put them on a load lifter and drive it out. And then roughly halfway between our ship and the other guy's ship, it will break down.
Is that your plan?
That's our plan.
Okay.
Okay. And is anyone going to try and cover the cameras? So,
It's outside of our scope.
can you maybe try and figure out the best place we can do this where it's not covered directly by cameras?
This is a police state. I don't think there is a place like that.
Under the ship.
I could ping the system.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Whoever said that.
I could ping the system. So I'll go and try to hack to answer a specific question, difficulty 8,
And we can bring out 2 or 3 crates too.
which will give us
Yeah,
a specific
we're
scenario.
bringing a bunch of crates, and
'Cause
only one
I
of them
can
is
do
empty.
like 4 in a day, 5 in a day if I absolutely have to. But that will just about. I'll be so freaking smashed after that. Four is my realistic limit.
Okay, so I'll run a hack, like I'll access the system and try to infiltrate it. This is to answer a specific question, it's fairly routine. I'm just going to try and figure out the best place for us to stage this based on the security systems.
Sure.
Oh boy! 11. So I needed an 8, I got an 11. Am I getting modifiers? Because it's a government system.
Let me look at that. What
Page 55.
55. Bum, bum, bum. And when you got an 11, you need 8. I don't think you can throw a -3 modifier on you, so.
9, 11, -3, 10, 9, 8. Still an 8.
Yeah. So what do you get out of this?
We know exactly where to put this to mitigate the security cameras as much as possible.
Okay then. So we managed to ping the system, get some schematic locations of where the cameras are, and you find some darker spot where they aren't.
Right? Do your thing.
Okay.
So, first of all, you're cutting this out of your quarantine zone. Your things. So, someone will obviously go and check up on it.
Okay.
They have the 2 security guards from before and some new women around as well. Like, oh, what are you doing there, Mr. Soon?
Just clearing some space on my ship. Was gonna engage in a little inter-ship commerce as we're stuck here.
Stuck here in the duty zone.
Well, your ship is quarantined, which means, you cannot do that.
Oh, I thought we were just quarantined in the bay. I didn't realize that it was like a 5-foot zone around the ship.
I mean, for all we know, you could be smuggling some, stowaways in this very crate right here.
Well, pop it open and take a look.
There. Check this out, rummage through your things.
All the kettles.
My
Why there's
precious
so
kettles.
You better open each one. There might be a tiny person hiding inside.
So I'm looking at this I'm assuming on a thing. I'm like, it says $50 as they just bugged those boxes.
So you also stated so that it'll break down in that spot.
What's that?
Oh, did you set it up so that it'll break down the spot
Yes.
or whatever? Okay. Well, we seem to have a faulty transporter over here.
Yeah, I'll go get my ship's mechanics to take a look at it. I'm sure it'll be no issue. It acts up from time to time.
Okay. Well, watch out for this. While you get your mechanic.
I would appreciate that. Thank you. You officers have a pleasant day.
You too.
Okay. It's your time to shine.
Okay. So did you get? Hopefully you got the message that I had that I put on there, right?
But they might have bugged it.
Well, what do you think? The security guards are just walking around with bugs?
I mean, yes, probably.
Yeah, they threw them all over the ship. Look, just have Mother take a look at it.
Okay. Mother?
What am I looking at?
You're gonna scan the crates for bugs.
Okay. Peter?
Well, do your notice roll.
Can I use program?
You're noticing things.
What's the penalty for not having notice?
-1.
I have notice.
Oh, there we go.
Can you notice the bugs? Then I can scan them.
Sure.
You have to help. You have to help me. My eyesight isn't what it used to be.
No, that's fine. I got.
Which is quite a factual statement I'm making. This shell is a big downgrade from my old society.
That's not great.
Oh God! Use your expert power to reroll.
I don't
have an extra power.
I'm a warrior.
He's a warrior.
I am a warrior.
So roll a 3. So he just kind of looks at it. He's like, yeah, the bugs there.
I think some crates you start going through and pop one of the crates of these kettles open.
Trust me, I'm an expert. I see no bugs here.
Oh,
All right, I trust you.
We're all clear.
Okay. I've got my my funky mask on, and that's not going to help that much. And I guess we'll do this arrange this double teleport thing.
Tyler, roll for notice.
Tiny cameras. I mean, are these like sound catching bugs? Because do they have tiny cameras? Is that what exists?
I got a 10.
Oh.
10. Well, like as you know that those guards seem to be standing about here, still within the area, and they're signalling you, like expectantly about all this ordeal. They might know something was going on, at least that you're trying to be sneaky about your teleporter. So you know that they might know or suspect. What do you do with that information? It's up to you.
They might be on to us.
You think they might have a meta?
I mean, how long does this take you?
Like 10 seconds? But if they've got a meta there, they can... We are so completely fucked.
You want me to go flex at them?
Do your dance.
I'm gonna go over to where they're standing and just sit between them. So, you're really nosy, huh?
I mean, that's her job.
You like watching us? You like watching us air out our kettles?
It brings us no pleasure.
Nah.
They got an implant?
What?
Do they have an implant? Implant scars, markings indicating academy training. That goes to both of you.
Well, metapsionics are not the Sanis ones. Those would have some implants. There's also a plan where they, like a lot of people, as you said, crawling, do have some sort of lower tech implants in them. So they do have implants. But they're also wearing armor, so it's kind of hard to notice and what have you.
So if I lean over to sniff his hair, he under the guise of checking,
I think we got to take the chance, but it's your life.
All right. If this goes bad, then we've got to turn this into a run and gun. We literally don't have any choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll give this a try. If they've got a Metapsionic there already, then I'm basically screwed. But I'll give it a shot. Try and teleport.
Sure. Roll us some sneak past.
Oh, thank God. Not me.
Not Mara.
That would be an 11.
Sure. So you do this quick. Even though you haven't told, like, Oleg what's going on.
Well, that's kind of normally a figure on the captain.
Yeah. It's fine. You can explain when you show up.
Okay, so you teleport to the ship. There's just Oleg sitting in the pilot's thing, and
Yep. Sorry. Not here for any badness. Look, we
don't kidnap me.
No. I'm not. That was not perhaps the smartest thing. So I'm already. Look, I'm here. I'm teleporting. That's already not violating the quarantine. All I'm here to...
What quarantine? He doesn't know about your quarantine.
He's got... No, like on your own ship. Anyway, point is, you had a discussion about getting your sister off the ship, right?
Yeah.
So I can arrange that if we do this fairly quickly.
Okay. What do we need to do?
All you need to do is bring her over, and I can teleport her back.
How do we know you're not just going to give her over to the...
I mean, if I wanted to do that, I would knock on the thing outside and say, "Hi, I'd like to give this person is in here. We already know you're in here. Besides, apparently you're well paying us to do that."
Roll some talk. Convince him that you're not trying to...
I don't have talk, but I do have +1 charisma.
So it cancels itself out.
Oh God.
And that would be a 9.
Okay. He believes you. He can trust you. Okay, he calls on over his sister and... Yeah, she's
Okay.
Go. How do we do this?
Okay, it's simple. You're gonna feel like a pressure on your head, and it's basically you're gonna feel like something not quite right. Don't resist, because if you resist, it ain't gonna work and it's gonna be annoying. 2, don't say a word, because this is a 2-leg leg thing. So, and if you make noise, this is gonna get real ugly, because I gotta do this with a double teleport. After the second jump, you can puke all you want. It's cool.
Okay.
That's not a side effect or anything. You're just free to do that.
It may very well be for somebody who's never teleported before. I don't know.
Sure.
Okay? And just don't move. No noise. Alright? So give her a hug. I think I actually have to pick her up or something. And then teleport? Double?
Sure. You roll well on your sneak, roll it forward. I'm not going to make you... No. As in... It carries forward. I'm not going to make you re-roll this because that's a shitty thing to do.
Shitty way to do stealth. Everyone make a stealth test. One person rolled a 1. God damn it.
Roll a stealth each time on each leg of the journey. No,
God.
You sneak past. Like,
It's a nightmare.
you blink over, blink back to your ship. At that moment, the guards, that the woman that was with the guard, okay. Now, and they swarm past you, go to the crate, expecting something like, and you blink away before they do that, and you're like, haha, no.
To be fair, this is something that most psychics of low-level psychics would not be capable of doing. Not without burning themselves out.
You mean what?
4 teleports in a single day.
I mean, they don't know.
It's uncommon.
They don't know your power level. They know you're a teleporter, and what they were expecting. Okay, you're going to teleport there, and once you teleport there, we're going to set up the field that's going to capture you. So you come over here. You're wounded. You want to teleport over, so you won't die. So expect you to find you in the box after your first jump back.
Oh, okay.
That's what they were expecting. But since you're all sneak, you managed to sneak past them, and you're on your ship.
Okay. All right. Quickly, we're gonna.
Well, Tanya, welcome to the Reckless Gambit. This is your ticket out of here.
I can't hear you from the crates over there, because you were standing there.
Oh, yeah. Get my mechanic.
It's like, well, now that I'm
mechanic.
surrounded by guards in the middle of this thing. Well, Tanya, the person.
Okay. So after that incident, you have a couple more guards on your ship, but they've already tried searching it. I suspect you go straight into the smuggler's hold.
Yep.
They don't find anything. Disappointed.
Is there an issue?
Yes, someone broke the quarantine.
Like I said, it was an honest mistake.
No. We understand. They search your ship over, don't find anything, and then just mosey on out.
Okay, we fix the load lifter, and we take the crates back.
Yep. Okay. You manage to secure Tanya in your ship. So, what are you going to do now? Do you turn her in now? That she cannot escape?
We're gonna wait a week.
Sure. It'll be, say, 2 weeks as you're waiting this out. Okay. So now it is it's 14th of February?
It was
12th.
24th,
It
so...
was only 6th when you started. All the months are 28 days because you're doing the math. So 14 days afterwards is the 12th of February. Okay, so you'll be like the authorities with regards are giving you a bit of trouble, but eventually the things the credit exchange is fixed and everyone can pay their dues and everybody just groans and relief, and the port's open, and
Okay, let's sell our goods.
Yep.
Finally, the commerce.
So, let me just give you what the scenario was. It was generated from 16 stars. So, an antagonist is masquerading as a friendly foe who's willing to help the PCs bypass onerous regulation if they go deliver a seemingly innocent package to a friend. In reality, it's a trap to get incriminating evidence on the PCs to coerce them into getting a thing from the friend that the antagonists know they possess. Antagonist, accident-prone longshoreman boss. Friend, tourist in trouble with the locals. Places, heavily guarded starport gate. Complications, all 4 credits aren't legal tender here at the moment. Think, ships with ultra-concealed pretext smugglers hold. What goes wrong here? Officials use legal threats to coerce the services for the PCs.
There we go. Well done.
Yeah.
There was much hemming and hawing, but
Yeah. See, that's what was going on.
Now let's make some money.
Let's do it! Let's...
Finally, we can profit from this.
Okay, so you're saying... Oh yeah. I guess you want to deliver your paper clips?
Yeah, we'll deliver the paper clips first.
Sure. So you get your money, it's going to ask some more questions and what have you, but there you go. And so, how much was that? Was it 50,000 for that trip, or how much? I don't remember anymore. How much was I paying? Let me check my notes. 50,000 credits for 50 tons of cargo. There you go. You can add that as your profit.
anyone willing to buy some kettles? Shall I roll for that?
Yes, that's what Tyler will be rolling next.
I'm just looking for where I put the money. Oh, I see it.
If there's ever a time to roll really high dice, this is the time to do it.
Pull up my sons of gold. Okay.
So it's 2d6?
3d6. And you're adding your expertise, which was a charisma modifier, as far as I remember, and trade and I think connect, the highest of the whole party. So,
Which is always going to be...
So that's +2 for me.
Oh, like all of us together at our connect?
no,
Highest
the
in the
highest
Oh.
in the party.
Which is always going to
It
be
is
your
int
great
or
captain.
charisma plus trade plus connect. Everybody picks their highest thing to contribute.
Oh, so someone else could contribute their connect?
Yeah, like if someone's better at connect than you, then use their connect.
Does anyone have one connect?
See, I could
Look,
have picked one
look at
connect or
who
one.
you're talking to.
I could have had one connect or one program, and I chose one program.
That was a good call.
My bad.
Okay, +2.
You roll
13.
13. let me check. Sons of Gold. That gives you plus 20% value.
Oh, yeah.
So they were 1,200 each. So now you're selling them 200 times 1.2. That's 1,440 credits per. Oh wait.
Is that our base cost or the value cost that you're using?
I forgot to check friction. The thing that gets you. Purgatorio, friction of 2 because you do light taxation. So your thing becomes 11 base price. So you're selling them for 100. What was there? Was
1,200.
That's how much you paid for them, but how much are they worth? Remember the
How much we? Yeah. Wow, that's such a great. That's such a. That's such a fucking perfect line. Well, they're worth 1,200. Whoa, that's what you paid for them, but that's not what they're worth.
They're worth 2,000 each.
Oh,
You got a discount when you were buying them, so they're worth just straight up 2,000 per.
150 tons? Yes, thank you very much.
So what does that come out to?
300,000?
If you sell all of them. I'm guessing you do.
I think we do. I think we buy something that's cheap. And we can find anything on this godforsaken planet.
Let's see.
Let's get off this communist hellhole where everyone's needs are met. And it's actually reasonably run.
Okay,
That
so
was reasonable.
now let's see what's available to buy. Roll 2d10s.
Does someone else want to roll it?
You're the captain. You must do it.
Anyone can roll it, there's no modifier. There's
Captain.
just what's available.
Captain.
I think he has technically a 1-point modifier
No.
for himself.
This isn't
That's
a
not the
skill
market
check. It's
roll.
like what is available. You have 4 and a 9. So you've got the refined metal, which is mineral bulky. It costs 2,000. The base price is 2,000. And a 9. Blessed banners.
Huh. Blessed banners?
But oh, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong planet. That was from skills. Purgatorio.
It seemed to make sense to me. I could just imagine, like...
No, sorry. Socialism, realism, art. So that's the same stuff the guy was saying. Oh, how can I make a profit? And you got some radios.
So radios and Che Guevara shirts. I'm gonna sell these to a bunch of hipsters. Hipster planet.
And yeah, that's their base price. Then you roll expertise on each of them to see how much they're worth at the moment in this current market.
I know back when back in the day, the red and white style art, everyone had a couple pieces of that who was in college.
So this is 3d6 again?
Yeah, 3-6 for one and 3-6 for the other.
And do I modify it in any way?
That's you still use your expertise.
Oh, it's happening.
But it's -2 this time.
Well, it's always -2 because there's friction. So you got 15 for the first one, plus 2, right?
Yeah.
-2, so just 15. So the first
That's
one is
really bad.
at plus 60%. So the social media is not well. It's a hot market, so that's. You can roll your second one. Well, calculate. That'll be 8,000 per ton. The other one.
That's another high one. 13.
13. And 13 gives you plus 20%. Which...
You could take one of the friction and
so
roll
it's
again until you
13
think, wait until you get something better, or else I would just flat this plan.
No. The other option. So, you can buy whatever you have. You can just leave with your credits as they are. Alternatively, you can wait another week so there's new stuff. But, or let me double check. Because either you can set a deeper market, which means that you add the friction, but you can find 2 new things. Or I think if you wait 2 weeks and stuff refreshes, or if you just want to order something off the menu, you just do it at friction, additional 4 friction to the deal to just pick from what they're selling. It's more like if you're wanting to find specific goods. So let me just note those numbers. So the first one was
If we raise friction
10%.
and then we wait 2 weeks, does the friction go back down?
Yes, in 2 weeks everything resets. You can use it. So like you can search for next batch of items. So roll the 2d10s again to find what else is available, but at a higher friction if you want.
I mean, we might as well try that once, and then if it's, then the next time around for.
Try it once, and then if it doesn't work out, we should just get off planet. We've got a hot cargo. That's also worth money to us.
Okay.
Seven and a 6.
6. So you got bulk grains and refined precious metals.
I really hope at least one of these are decent, because if we try and leave with an empty cargo hold, we're going to get searched hard again.
My dice are on fire. Swap these out.
Man, real bear market.
Do you want me to roll it? What was the roll?
3d6.
For what?
Just 3d6 and plus expertise minus friction.
What the fuck?
Actually,
Jesus Christ, you're throwing numbers at me left, right, and center.
Sorry, that'll be actually.
Yeah, so it's like
60%.
12? Is that a
a
lot?
little high. We want low.
12.
Oh, these are my high dice.
Yeah, if you have the low dice, this would be.
Yeah, I
a
gave the
time
low dice
to-
back to the bag.
Oh, okay. Because the dish is super useful.
So it'll be plus 20% for refined metals.
And then bulk grains.
Plus 60%.
Oh my god. I guess we could buy some refined metals. Or we could wait 2 weeks.
We'll wait 2 weeks.
Okay then. Let's note that down. Let's so 26th. There you go. Roll for this.
One more time.
3 and a 6.
3 and a 6. Let's see. Number 3, farming vehicles.
Of course.
And a 6, bulk grains.
9 or lower.
That is 12.
12. That's plus 10% only.
And the other one?
So I think that's the base price.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the base price.
I guess we're buying bulk grain.
Okay, 1,000 per ton.
Fill the hold.
It's filled with rice.
Farming vehicle is 25,000 per ton. Plus 10% markup.
I mean, we could do another deep dive and then you can look again, but
No, I think we gotta.
the dice are just not in your favor.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe we should take the 10% markup. I'm thinking maybe we should take the one with the 10% markup and hope we still turn a profit.
So farming vehicles.
Yeah.
Well, you could get like 2 or 3 of those, but I would definitely fill the hold with rice.
See, we've got
Hey.
200 tons. And we've got a float of.
All the wins.
Yeah. We've got like 2 million right now.
No, you have 452,000 on your ship.
Oh, right.
Final balance.
Right.
You take like 4 units of 4 tons of heavy machinery, and then, or however many you want to buy, and just fill the rest with rice.
Okay, so let's say 10 tons of heavy machinery. And then 190 tons of rice.
Okay, roll me a d10 to see if there's any trouble.
This is a sting operation.
8. No trouble. So we go go as is.
So we're still recording all this, right? That was intentional.
Yeah,
Fine.
sure.
I don't mind.
They should get to see at least one
This is
time
the-
what
Sorry,
the
bastards.
This is the
meat
gist of the game. This is what we're here for. Math.
Right?
I'm sure this will be a stunning endorsement of the game for people.
calculating margins on
Look, we
sales
need
orders.
these- we
That's
need-
so far away from my job.
Look, listeners, we need these profits, okay? They're gonna help us buy the debt off our ship.
And who are we kidding? Giant
So
plasma
that-
cannons.
Well, no, because once we buy the debt off the ship, we can start making profit, which we can spend on improving the ship to make better profit, to get a bigger ship, to do more profit.
Speaking of which, your handler is right there if you want to pay some into the debt.
How about he turns his fucking eyes to the sky or the ground and not look at us? No eye contact.
Yeah, I'm saying if you want, he's there to take your money. Otherwise, keeps accruing interest.
I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're having the extra money opens up more opportunities for
You look at the
for
sky
making
above.
bigger
You look at
profit.
the...
Sorry, go ahead.
Did you want to add the 10% to the bulk thing? So that's
No, so what would it be?
27,500.
27,500.
Yep.
But we bought multiples of it.
Yeah, so multiply that. How many did you buy? 10? Was it? Or
Yeah, so 270.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have to knock off 2 tons of grain.
Okay.
Oh, unless we can sell those spare parts that we picked up.
If you want, yeah, sure. You want to just sell them for what they are?
Sure.
It's like, okay, so that's what, 20,000? I think.
Our margins are razor thin.
So you've got 10 tons of the tractors and how many of the bulk grains?
190.
190.
If anything, I think what we've learned from this is that holding people hostage is the best way to make money.
Actually, our most valuable trade was probably that.
Your highest was cybernetics, 270,000. Then actually the
tea kettles.
tea kettles was 300,000. It just keeps.
This is this
accruing.
is one of the weird sort of perils of those of any trading game is the amount you can make when you have a lot of a cargo that has a big price fluctuation is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what the game is for, guys, so you can enjoy making all the money. And then start upgrading, spending the ship, spending the money one day. Let me figure out how to
Build our
divide
own
it.
planet.
Okay then. You
Space blackjack. Space hookers.
trade everything up and yeah. I guess that will be mostly it for the day, unless anyone else wants to do something before we finish up.
No,
Yeah.
we're good.
I want to buy a ship's cat.
Hmm?
I want to buy a ship cat.
Yeah, probably not. Those things are swimming with Probably not, dear. Those things are swimming with parasites and are an awful big responsibility. If you don't take care of it, someone's going to end up having to.
I'll take care of it.
Oh mother.
Oh, right, you're a cat person.
He's just gonna have to eat it. It'll last for one day, and he'll eat it. He'll be like, I'm gonna get another, right?
Great, you're in.
You must be very careful. They'll leave you with brain parasites.
Yeah. So I guess you know.
How about instead, as a compromise, I inject you with this, and it causes your brain to release good juices. Like you'd get if you were to cuddle a cat.
No, I'm just going to get a cat.
Yeah.
Does anyone else want the good juice?
Oh yeah, yo.
Yo.
Yeah. So I guess the last thing. The Universal Paperclips you guys were delivering is a reference to the game, Universal Paperclips.
We know.
You know.
I mean,
We got the
so yeah, they were just TL4 component assembly parts that you could, programs that become like Rotil for basic components. That's why they were paying so much for the paper clips, because it's computing and stuff.
Cool.
That's it. So, I was Peter.
Mark.
Devin.
Tyler?
Kevin.
And this is sponsored by nobody. Signing off.